I started playing my soccer in Canberra as a boy, and so I used to... Remember Shoot magazine?
Oh, yeah.
I used to subscribe to Shoot, and the first kit I ever got was a Leeds United kit. You know the old Admiral, canary yellow? And I used to wear it everywhere, which I probably couldn't get away with now. But I loved it, and so my roots were there. And I remember recently, a few years ago now, on Boxing Day, my girlfriend went to Westminster Abbey to listen to the choir, and I went to White Hart Lane for a Tottenham-Southampton game and was singing Walking in a Winter Wonderland with 40,000 blokes.
That's good. Feeling good.
It was a little better than the Vuvuzelas. So I kind of feel an affinity. It'll be good news for you, though, because it means you can start barracking for Italy again.
Wow. Thank you for bringing that up. They have had a question about what is Santo going to do if and when Australia go out. Does he jump straight back on the Azzurri bandwagon?
He will. But I mean, you do support Australia, but you love the Italians.
Well, look, in the days when Australia used to struggle to get in the World Cup, you like to have a team...
Or didn't get there at all.
It didn't get there at all.
Can I remind you of 2002? Was that Japan-Korea? You went with your father...
You remember?
And you took it, yes, I do. And you took him over. I think was it Korea or Japan?
Korea and Japan. It was in both. But we started in Korea. Yeah.
You organised the accommodation.
I got to organise the trip. And I remember we were flying in, and I'm thinking I better do some research about where we're going, where we're staying. It was this tiny. It was the smallest of all the places.
Where were you staying?
It was a brothel. I didn't know. I didn't know.
And the sleeping arrangements were top and tailing in a red heart-shaped bed.
It was, and I still remember my dad thinking, because he had no idea. We walked in. Basically, we were on the pirate floor. It was everything was pirate ships.
Hang on, what's sexy about pirates?
I don't know, but it was a pirate thing. And all I remember is there was all this Barocco furniture. And my dad's going, "Hey, impressive furniture." And what happened is that there were mirrors everywhere, and my dad was really impressed because you could actually lie down on the bed and watch the football through one mirror and another mirror. He's going, you can watch in the mirror and watch it the right way round.
360 mirrors.
Yeah.
Did you get to many games?
Yeah, no, we got to the games.
You also, can I bring this up to the greatest dummies? Because I've been working with a guy for 20 years.
You've known him a long time, and we need to know some of his history before we got involved in this.
One of the biggest dummy spits I ever saw in my life was 1997 World Cup qualifier, Iran, Australia. He's famous for a couple of incidences. Mainly Santo's cousin Enrico. Can I name him? You know who you are. Santo's cousin Enrico decided to get married on that exact day.
He didn't decide. I think his wife did, but he
it's still raging. Let it go, Santo. But so all the Italian boys couldn't go to the World Cup qualifier, and they had to go to this wedding,
which was a great wedding.
And Santo's beautiful wife, like all the others, read the riot act before they all left. They said, "You're going to go to this wedding,
and we did,
and you're going to enjoy it."
We did.
So you went to the wedding. It got to the best man speech. Do you want to describe what happened?
Well, we about 3 minutes into the best man speech, all of a sudden the whole place goes, "Yes!" Everyone was listening. Everyone had the earpieces in.
Back in the Walkman era, it was.
In fact, one of the guys actually, he actually left during the wedding. Said, "I'm sorry, I've got to go." When they were 2-0 up, he actually said, "I've got to go to the MCG and watch this. This will be the only time I ever see Australia qualify." So he got to the MCG just in time for Iran's both goals. That's what he did. And
that of course is courtesy of Peter Hall, the serial pest. You may remember Peter Hall. We were 2 goals up. We had it in the bag.
He does that
came on the ground. Now, you might forget how he was a very hated man in Australia at that time by anyone who supported the game. And again, you were telling me, you personally, I think you guys were in a queue to see the opera at the Palais.
Yes.
Okay, and so this is the Italian crowd. They're going to the opera. They're in their dinner suits. As they're queued up, next to the Palais is the Palace. And Peter Hoare turned up because he was delivering a wreath for Michael Hutchins.
How do you remember this?
Because you tell me these stories. And there was a big billboard for Michael Hutchins, and so he was laying a wreath for some other batty reason that's his own business. The Italian crowd saw him and proceeded to
lynch him. I saw a grown man get beaten up
by Italians in dinner suits. So the Santo said to me, he goes, "That's the opera crowd."
Well, Mick, that has been really...
It's true.
You know what? I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about the World Cup and a lot about Santo Chilara,
We should
Mickey.
have known all this before we signed up for the show.
One more quick one. Just,
Yeah.
what was your job at uni, looking after the Italian team?
The Juventus team came out here in the mid-'80s, and I sort of somehow landed a job working with.
As an interpreter, it
As an
was
interpreter.
described. And what was your basic duty?
I basically had to hang on to their wedding rings when they went out every night.
That is a lovely way to
True
end
story.
things.
True story.
I've got a million of them.
And that is a great way.
Okay, we do need to get on a break. Would you please thank Mick Molloy? We'll be back.
Thank you.